Sebastian Fundora, the towering inferno. It seems like everyone thinks he is going to be the boogeyman of 154. And as we already know, 154 is stacked. It's getting really hot. 154 is getting really hot. We got some good talent there. We got some good hard punchers there. We got Tim Zoo. We got Jamel Charlo. We got you got Erickson Lubin's up there still. You know, we don't know what's gonna happen with Erickson Lubin after what happened to him Saturday night. Sebastian Fundora broke his jaw, dislocated his shoulder, and broke his nose. So it's gonna take him a while, man, to recover from that. Maybe a good 7-8 months just to recover from that beating, man. And you know, assuming he even returns to 154, we don't know. But a lot of people think that Sebastian Fundora is going to be a problem at the division, and no one's going to want to fight him. People think after this performance against Lubin, a lot of people are going to duck him. What happened to Lubin was terrible, but at the same time, I think Erickson Lubin kind of gave the blueprint on how to beat this kid. You know, he ended up knocking him down in the 9th round with a flurry of punches, man. It looks like there's like maybe 2 ways to beat this kid, man. It might be 3. I would say to the body. And if you're gonna go up top, you gotta hit him with flurries and keep putting pressure on him and have some good power. You probably could stop him if you do that, because he doesn't have good defense. His defense is his offense. And you know, the thing is with this Fundora kid, if he did decide to learn how to box, like outbox, it would be a big problem for a lot of people, man, because not only does he have the length, the arm length, he has the height and he has the power. So if he develops a lethal jab, bro, I see him being a problem. But here's the thing, 154 will be having some new additions real soon. And those new additions will be Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Bud Crawford. So, how do I think Terence Crawford and Errol Spence will do against Sebastian Fundora? I'm gonna give my honest assessment. If these dudes end up going to 154, which they will, and in some sooner or later they're gonna end up clashing with this kid. So how will both of these guys do against this tall 6'6" towering inferno? Well, my honest assessment of those 2 bouts is, I think both of them, both Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, stops him. I think they both stop him, but in different ways. I think Terence Crawford stops Sebastian Fundora to the head. I think because Bud is going to carry his power. I think he's going to carry his power up to 154. And he might be even a harder puncher up there. So I think Terence Crawford stops him to the head at some point in that fight. If Lubin was able to do that, to knock him down and make him take a knee, I think Bud would definitely be able to probably flatline him. That doesn't mean he doesn't have a chance. It just means Terence Crawford just probably punches hard enough to stop him. Errol Spence, on the other hand, I think Errol Spence is going to stop him to the body, because I think Erickson Lubin hit him to the body at some point, and I saw Sebastian Fundora kind of like wince, kind of like move back. He didn't like it. So Errol Spence is an excellent body puncher. So I got Errol Spence stopping him to the body, maybe around the 6th round or something like that, 6th, 7th round. And I got Terence Crawford stopping him to the head. I don't think he's hard to figure out at all, man. The dude, he doesn't have no, to me, he's a problem, but at the same time, he doesn't have no, he's special in the sense that he's like a freak of nature almost. But as far as his skills, I don't really see anything much like he's really a superbly skillful boxer like that. He comes forward, he's good on the inside too. So if Errol Spence was to take it to the inside with him, I think Spence will have to be careful, because those arms, bro. So Spence gonna have to get to his body real early. He gonna have to start. I think Errol Spence will have to like chop him up to the body like in and out early, like to wear him down to the body, then start going closer and then start planting his feet and just chopping away at his body. I think he'll get him out of there. Terence Crawford is probably going to outbox him a little bit more. Bud's arms are longer than Errol, so Bud wouldn't have much of an issue outboxing Sebastian Fundora as Errol Spence probably would. And then ultimately, I think once Bud figure it out as well, he's gonna probably go in there. He's gonna have to be careful too, because Terence Crawford, I think one of his flaws is he likes to take it to the, he likes to bang it out with you sometimes. If you hit him, he likes to bang it out with you a little too much, and sometimes that could be dangerous. He has a little too much dog for his own good sometimes, Terence Crawford, man. So he's gonna have to. I would assume he's smart. He has the IQ. I think both him and Errol has the IQ to stop this kid. I don't think Erickson Lubin had the right IQ to stop him. That's why he got knocked out and could have died in that ring, bro. You gotta have IQ, man, to fight this kid, because he's tall. He might be a little hard to figure out at first, but I think he's not that hard to figure out down the line, you know. So if anybody's going to beat Sebastian Fundora, is going to have to take somebody that can throw combinations, that has power, and durability, and high ring IQ. And I think that's Errol Spence, and I think that's Terence Crawford. Jermell Charlo, I don't know, man. I don't know if Charlo even beats him, man. But I think Errol Spence and Terence Crawford could. I don't think nobody else at 154 beats Sebastian Fundora. Probably Tony Harrison. Maybe if he outboxes him, moves around. It's gonna take somebody to move around, but it's also gonna take somebody that can. I think Errol can move around. That's another thing about Errol Spence that's a big misconception, that he can't move. He showed it in the Mikey Garcia fight. He definitely can move around, and he showed it in Danny Garcia in a sense too. And he can move around with you. I think it's going to take a combination of moving and then knowing when to get him. And I think Errol and Bud do that. I don't think Charlo has the IQ like Errol and Bud has. This is my opinion, but let me know what you think. Does Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford both stop Sebastian Fundora if they ever fought? Like, subscribe, let me know. Get back to me for more raw content. This is Rebel Life Boxing, and I'll catch y'all later, and I'm out.